And we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
On January 9, 2007, Apple claimed that they had a new product capable of changing the whole smartphone industry.
The problem with them is really sort of in the bottom 40 there.
It made bold statements about the problems that smartphones had back then and provided a new take on the smartphone, known as the iPhone. The iPhone product review was one of the most important speeches that Apple had, and they killed it.
It works like magic.
Right after the conference, the iPhone caught massive media attention and everyone was all over it.
A revolutionary new product, the
and the new iPhone introduced
The
today has become
iPhone,
a
the announcement
darling
has
of the
set up a
device
major
world.
stir, and it could
Really, the
change the
market
way
has
you
seen
live.
nothing like this before.
On the first weekend post-launch, an estimated amount of 700,000 iPhones were sold. And for a company that sells mainly computers and music players, this was truly a breakthrough. And the speech was given by none other than the then CEO of Apple, Steve Jobs. Well, one might argue that given a revolutionary product, anyone is able to sell. But Jobs was different. Not only did he sell the iPhone, he took the product to its potential and forever changed how its competitors produce smartphones. Following the launch of the iPhone, the industry saw many copies and spin-offs. And when phones didn't look like the iPhone, they slowly got outsold and phased out of the market. So let us dive right back into the iPhone product review and see why was Jobs so good at selling the iPhone.
And boy, have we patented it. So,
the introduction that Jobs gave was just so good. It happens even before his first words.
this is a day.
Here we can see that Jobs took a moment and just walked in silence.
This is a day I've been looking forward to for 2.5 years.
Now, this is a useful trick that you can use to immediately grab your audience's attention. Which brings us to the first point, a sense of authority. When someone holds a higher authority, we tend to pay more attention to them. This is also demonstrated in his other speeches, where he throws a little tantrum to assert the sense of authority.
And you guys have to stop making me blind or I'm going to fall off the stage here like Bob Dylan. Thank you.
And when people feel that sense of authority, not only do they tend to listen more, they will also be more open to accepting whatever you're going to say, and might even end up buying your product. But this should not be mistaken as being hostile. As being rude or hostile might even have the opposite effect, causing listeners to disrespect and turn away from you. And that is why this is one of the hardest skills to learn. Another technique that Jobs used was storytelling. Watch how Jobs immersed the audience with the story of Apple.
Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along. Well, first of all, one's very fortunate if you get to work on just one of these. Apple's been very fortunate. It's been able to introduce a few of these. In 1984, we introduced the Macintosh. In 2001, we introduced the first iPod.
We should always remember that audiences get bored easily. Our attention span can get really short if not engaged. And that is why storytelling is so powerful. Be it a story about following your mentor's footsteps, or even your cat that scratched you who inspired this product. Tell that story. When you open up, people feel as though they are your friend. And who wouldn't like listening to a story? And speaking about bored audiences, the iconic moment during the iPhone product launch was the big surprise that Jobs had set up.
We're introducing 3 revolutionary products. The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is a breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things. A widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device, and we are calling it iPhone.
Surprising your audience engages them to think, and it will feel like a splash of fresh air, leaving them saying, "Oh wow." One of the reasons why it's so enjoyable to watch Jobs speak is simply because he is funny. And during this one speech itself, he made the audience laugh a total of 51 times. He made a call to Starbucks ordering lattes.
Good morning, Starbucks how can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to order 4,000 lattes to go, please. No, just kidding. Wrong number. Thank you. Bye-bye.
He first reviewed the iPhone showing a fake image.
And here it is.
And so much more.
I said, you had me at scrolling.
I want you to be the first call. It's not too shabby, is it?
I can tell you when I see you in person. Good luck on the keynote.
I don't really want to call him, so I'm going to end the call here. But,
There's nothing personal here.
Yeah.
Gotta go catch the movie.
and within 5 minutes, he'd have somebody like this.
Well, humor is a powerful technique to keep the atmosphere light and less formal, which means better rapport and a higher chance that people will buy into his idea.
Is that users love their iPhones.
Apple ended up entering the phone industry with the iPhone sales reaching a whopping 6 million units before the next generation.
And in this first year, we have sold 6 million iPhones till we ran out some number of weeks ago.
And continue to sell millions and millions partly because of how Steve Jobs had laid the first foundations. The techniques used by Jobs surpass those that were mentioned in this video, but these are the few prominent ones that some may seem to overlook. So the next time you find yourself trying to sell something, make sure your pitch consists of a few surprises, inject some humor, share your personal stories, and deliver it like a boss.